If you want to know how big news out of DC that's got students, universities, and frankly, a lot of people around the world pretty shaken. The Trump administration just ordered all US embassies to halt student visa appointments. Yep, that means no more new F, M, or J visas, at least for now. Why? According to a leaked
Do that and beat me. Do that and beat me. Drop me a mix skills. Anybody and everybody can do this, and that's why you're watching this video. Hey everyone, it's Abygail, just call me Abby, and welcome back to Abyish. In today's video, I'm gonna be walking you guys through the entire process of getting your F-1, aka your student visa. And when I mean the entire process, I'm talking about applying for school, the documents that you need for school, the steps you take after you get accepted, the fees, how to go to embassy, what to do when you reach an embassy, tips and tricks at the embassy, what to say at the embassy, what the embassy gonna say to you. I'm gonna tell you everything. I'm leaving no stone unturned, and if I leave a stone unturned, you have my Instagram in the description, my TikTok in the description, my email in the description, you have the comment section. Listen, if you have any questions at all, just ask. I might not can answer them, but just ask, maybe I can. So the first step that anyone, everyone, anybody takes in getting your F-1 visa is obviously applying for school. So you guys can apply for any school that you want, community college, a university, private institution, whatever. Apply for the school, and you usually find that on the school's website. Literally just type in the school that you want, and more than likely you'll find the registration link. Most things are online now, so you will do the entire registration process online. And if you don't do it online, then most likely you'll still be able to correspond with somebody and be able to mail the documents back and forth. Make sure that when you're applying for a school, you put a proper email, and an email that you can actually receive emails on. So for example, don't put no email that you have no Google storage for. It better you put your iCloud if your iCloud is not full, or make a new email, a proper email. For example, don't put tickerstar@gmail.com. No, make a new email and put your proper name with a number or something. So yeah, the entire process for applying for school is very self-explanatory as long as you know how to read. Everything else after, they will email you what to do. My advice though, number one advice, ask for an advisor. If you're an international student, as I'd expect you to be if you're watching this video, you're an international student, they usually have an international student email that you can talk to. So in this email that you're going to send them, you're going to introduce yourself. So for example, I'm going to read mine. So I said, "Dear XYZ College Admissions Office, I hope this message finds you well. My name is Abigail Cousins. I'm an international student from Jamaica, interested in applying to college. I'm currently in the process of getting everything done, and I would greatly appreciate any guidance or assistance available to help ensure a smooth application process. I would like to request an advisor to assist me with the necessary steps for admission, such as gathering required documents, blah blah blah. Thank you for your time and consideration. Looking forward to hearing from you. Regards, Abigail." So I got my advisor literally the next day. She's a sweetheart, literally the sweetest thing ever. She and I were speaking for about a good month, just going back and forth with the documents, and literally it just expedited the entire process. Like, she helped me know what I should send in, and I could actually send my documents directly to her, and I got my application reviewed in like 3 days when usually it's 3 weeks. So make sure that you get an advisor, acquaint yourself with the advisor, and let them work for you. Like, they're an advisor for a reason. Don't be afraid to email them every day. I texted mine, I emailed mine every single day, asking, what should I do, how do I do this? Like, I think she thinks that I'm dumb and cannot do anything myself, but I just wanted to make sure that everything that I had was correct. So yeah, make sure that you have an advisor. The entire process of applying for school and getting my documents reviewed and sending you my documents lasted an entire month. So make sure that if you haven't started already, apply for school. It's not an overnight thing. Apply for school right now. Like right now. Like as we speak, pause the video, go and apply for school. At the time that you're seeing this, it's supposed to be like spring. You can get summer or fall. Apply for school right now. So on that same note, there are different dates that you can start school. So obviously in America you have the 4 seasons. So they have spring, summer, fall, and winter. So fall typically runs from mid-August to early December, and this is like the typical time that everyone applies for school. Once you graduate in like June, July, you usually apply for school to go in August. You also have winter. This is usually from early January to mid-March. Then you have spring, which I'm doing. It is from mid-January to early May. And then you have summer, which is from early June through to late July. So you have 4 different times in the year that you can apply. So if you graduated in June, July, you can apply for August, or you can take a little bit of time like I did and apply for spring, which is in January. Most applications will tell you that you need to take like an English test. The ones that I got offered were the TOEFL and the IEF-TLS. TOEFL means Test of English as a Foreign Language, and the IELTS stands for International English Language Testing System. If you're from an English-speaking country, you do not have to do this test. So for example, if you're from Jamaica, you don't have to do the test. You speak English, you do English in school, you don't have to do the test. So make sure to communicate with the school. If you're gonna have an advisor, communicate to your advisor your grade in CXC English, or the school itself, the international admission office. You can communicate to them that, hey, English is my first language, I did CXC English, whatever, and I am fluent in English. If you can't get it waived, that's like 200 to 300 USD extra on top of the fees that we haven't even gone into. So yeah, just keep that in mind. So once everything is sent in to your school, they will send you back your acceptance letter and your I-20. Most times they will send you the link to pay your Sevis I-901 fee. And I will get into what is your I-20 and your I-91 and your Sevis fee and all of that a bit down in the video. So obviously to apply for school, you're gonna need some documents, and I have all the documents that you need right here on my phone. Well, these are all the documents that I needed to apply for school. So I'm just going to tell you what they told me to have to give you. Okay, so first they need your proof of immunization with specific vaccines they need you to have. So if you're one of them anti-vaxxers, unfortunately you can't go to school. You need your vaccines like your hepatitis B and all of that. I'm pretty sure that most of the vaccines that they're gonna ask you for, we already had them as kids, but just in case, check your immunization card right now and see if all your vaccines are up to date. You also need proof of yearly salary. That basically means your parents or whoever is paying for your college, the amount of money that they make on a yearly basis. You need that like as a document. You need proof of residency, which is wherever you're gonna live in overseas. That's if you're not boarding, of course. If you're boarding, then that's different. But if you're not boarding, you're gonna need proof of residency, that someone lives where you're gonna go to school and that they're actually going to let you stay with them. You need proof of your sponsor's employment, so like a job letter, or like if you own a business, the certification that you own the business and you have established it as a business. You need a digital copy of your passport size photo. So literally your passport size photo, take a picture of it, crop it, and send it in. So next you need the past 4 months of salary to prove that you have made a school fee and other expenses in that time. So for example, if your school fee is 60,000 US dollars, in the past 4 months you should have made 60,000 US dollars plus a little bit more, so probably like around $70,000 in the past 4 months. That's how it was for my school. I had to reflect food, and travel expenses and all of that, like for the past 4 months. You're also allowed to use multiple accounts. So if you have 10 grand in one account, 20 in another, 30 in another, you're allowed to combine them all and use it. So use that to your advantage, because most people don't have $60,000 down in a one account. So yeah, obviously if you have a scholarship, that's going to be different because they're going to be paying for your school. So take with a grain of salt. You probably don't need to reflect all that much money. You also need a digital copy of your passport. Just take a picture of your passport and upload it. You need a picture of your high school diploma. Take a picture of your diploma where you graduate with and upload it. To end it all off, you need a JP to sign your application to prove that you live where you live, and that just to confirm that you're like existing, I guess. Listen, I don't know, it was like the most random thing because they're gonna ask for a notary. It's the most random thing. Well, that was it for me. Still, I needed a JP to sign my application. So if it's the same for you, then you try look for the JP from now. I think that's it as it relates to documents. If you need any more clarification, then let me know. So let's get into the big boy and talk about fees. So most likely the first fee that you're gonna have to pay is your application fee. Most schools it's $50. It can range though, so it's from like 50 to 100 to 150 sometimes. I don't think I've seen 150. I think the max is 100, but I think it can go further than that. You can get this fee waived. I didn't have to pay mine because I went to an advisor and I was really late into applications, so she just reviewed it and she didn't really ask for any money, so thank God. But you can probably go to your school counselor or someone in your school that knows about like the whole international application process, and you can ask them how you can get this fee waived so you don't have to pay it. But say that you don't get it waived, it's most likely $50, and that is 8,000 Jamaican dollars. Then you have your service fee, and this is where I tell you what is a service fee, of course. Okay, so after you send in all the documents and you get accepted, usually the university will send you your I-20. They will send you a link to pay for your service fee, which is your I-91 fee. Is a payment that is required for international students. It stands for Student and Exchange Visitor Information System, and it's a US government database that tracks international students and exchange visitors during their stay in the US. You have to pay this fee to fund the Sevis system to maintain your records and compliance with visa rules. And it also confirms your participation in the Sevis program and allows the government to issue your I-20, which is really important. And while we're here, let me tell you what is an I-20. Your I-20 is a certificate of eligibility for non-immigrant student status. It's issued by your school and it's required for applying for an F-1 visa. It outlines your program details, your estimated costs, and shows you're accepted into an SEVP approved school. An SEVP school is just a school that allows international students to come and enroll. Back to the fees. You have an application fee, $50, 8,000 Jamaican dollars. Then you have your service fee. The service fee is around $350 US, which is around 55 to 56,000 Jamaican dollars. This is the website that you're gonna have to use to pay for your I-91. Just scroll around. Right here it says I-91 fee payment. Yeah, you go on there. As long as you have your I-20, you can fill out that form to pay it. Then you'd have to pay for your visa, and this constantly goes up, but around the time of recording this video, the fee for applying for a visa is around 29 to 30,000 Jamaican dollars, which is about 200 USD. I think that's it for all the fees that you're going to have to pay. That's excluding all the fees that the school will have. That's completely different. This is just in general all the fees that you'll have to pay before you even go to the school. In all, you can expect to spend around 600 US, and if it raises any higher, which it will, it raises every year, it can definitely reach 1,000 US, which is around 95 to 100,000 Jamaican dollars. And if you have to pay for your English test, like a TOEFL, if you're not from an English speaking country, really expect to spend like $1,000 US, which in Jamaican is $158,000. Also, I'm not sure if everyone is aware of this. I wasn't actually, but international students do not qualify for financial aid. I had no idea. You do not qualify. You're gonna have to pay out of pocket for your thingy. I believe MIT or like Georgia Tech, I'm not sure, some Ivy League or like some other schools, they might offer financial aid for international students. However, for most schools, they do not. So make sure you have your money up, because they are not paying for you for anything. You're on your own. It is expensive to be an international student. So before I even continue, if you're going to be an international student, keep in mind all the fees that you're gonna have to pay, and don't waste your parents' their money. Don't waste the people their money come up here. Oh, it might sound like chump change, but it's not chump change. It's a lot of money. That's a lot of hours that your parents have to put in, or your sponsor have to put in to work and to get to just spend it all one time if you send you to school. Anyways, we're gonna go to the embassy. So after I applied for my visa, it was about a week after that the dates were available. So I applied for my visa today, the 10th, for example, and dates were only available like the 15th, which was like the week after. Rules for the embassy, of course, in Jamaica: no short sleeve, no electronics, no pens, no cosmetics, no food, no drink. Basically, guys, when you're going to the embassy, go with you, yourself, and I. Don't even bring a pen with you. Don't even bring a pencil. Like, just come with yourself. Come with your clothes on your body and your documents. That's it. Don't bring nothing else. Don't even bring a pen with you. And if you do bring like your iPad and your Apple Watch and them something there, and you go to hold a phone, the people that might charge you $5,000. To hold a laptop, 10 grand. Like, don't come with nothing, guys. If you don't want to spend no more money, don't come with nothing. Don't come with nothing. If you're gonna carry a bag to the embassy, you can carry a purse, you can carry money and your documents. Honestly, I wouldn't risk carrying lip gloss, bubble gum. If you can do without all of that for like an hour, you'll be good. I could carry this going, but they literally checked it. They like go like this and they but they like emptied it out and checked it first. So you can carry that for your documents. Also, when you go, you need identification for yourself and the person that you're going to be going with. This can be your passport, your visa, whatever, and you need your father's ID or your mom's ID or your sister's ID. Also, your scheduled visa time does not matter. Like, don't make them fool you. It doesn't matter. I had a 11 o'clock appointment. I got through at 8 because obviously, let me tell you, Jamaicans, there's 3 places Jamaicans will always be early to: church, embassy, and airport. That's where you can find a Jamaican to be on time 4 hours before, 3 hours before. Believe your scheduled visa time don't really matter, because knowing Jamaicans, we're not gonna come 6 a.m. anyway, even if the appointment is at 11. I had an 11 o'clock appointment. I got through at 8 because they send in everybody. For example, the appointments start at 7. They're gonna send over the 7 to 9 appointments over into the embassy, and like 10 to 1 will wait outside. And then like they work kind of fast actually, like you'll be in and out in like half an hour, and they have multiple people working. So the 7 to 9 people are gonna like go away very quickly, and then they call over the 10 to 1, and you'll sit down, you wait for like maybe 10 minutes, and then you go in. Then you wait in the line for maybe another 5 minutes, then you do your interview and you come out. Your interview time does not matter, which is why I implore you, come early. Wake up early, 4 o'clock, 5 o'clock, and reach out into Kingston before the traffic reach you. Alright. So the documents I recommend you carry to the embassy, I have them right here. So first is going to be a printout of your visa application. Make sure that you have passport sized pictures. Like, just take like 5 and carry come, just in case. Alright, like 3. But yeah, so this is my visa application confirmation page, the DS-160. I brought my affidavits. This is my affidavit of cash support, basically that my mom is gonna be paying for me and whatever. Affidavits. Okay, well, it seems I left the rest of my affidavits in Jamaica, but yeah, I had the affidavit of cash support and affidavit of room and board. I also printed out my acceptance letter. Make sure you don't leave this one. Make sure you don't leave this one. This is the Sevis I-901 payment confirmation. Make sure that you don't leave this one because they ask for it, because you need it to apply for your visa. After you pay the service fee, this page will pop up saying that, hey, you confirmed that you paid. Print that out and put that in your document. Obviously, I carried my passport. I even carried my birth certificate. I carried my immunization card. And yeah, I think that's it. I think that's all I carried. But what I do recommend that you also carry is your proof of salary. Your proof of yearly salary and your past 4 months salary. Carry it. Even though I printed out the affidavit of cash support and school has to accept first before I'm even accepted into the school. The embassy don't care. They want to see your bank statements. I didn't carry my bank statements. God knows how me get away with that. But he said it's cool, whatever, and he met me through. But carry your bank statements as well. So on to the questions that I was asked. So I don't think I got everything, but I got most of them. So I probably left out like 1 or 2 questions. So here are the questions that they asked me when I went to do my interview. Which school are you going to? Where are you going to school? What are you studying? Who filed for your mom? When did she move? What's your sister's job? What's your mom's job? What's your dad's job? Give me your bank statements. Am I still going to school in Jamaica? Have I traveled recently? That's it. That's it. That's all they asked me. Man, I was here like, I was praying with my answers. I was like, I want to study in the US because I believe that it will provide me with greater opportunities. Like, man, I was reciting it in my mind over and over again. And this man asked me, what are you studying? Where are you studying? Which school are you going to? Okay, cool. But just because that's all he asked me does not mean that's all they will ask you. Here are some questions that they can ask you, which they did ask while I was there to other people. Why did you choose this school? How long will your program take? What will you do after completing your studies? Do you have family in the US? Why do you want to study in the US and not another country? What's so special about the school that you chose? Why did you choose to study this specific major in the US rather than Jamaica? How will studying in the US benefit your future career? What job do you plan to get after graduating? And will you work in the US after graduating? Now, some of these questions, they're trick questions, and that's what they want to do. They want to trick you, but you cannot make them trick you. You see these questions that they're asking, like, will you work in the US after graduating? Make it clear that your intention is to come back on your yard. Make it clear that you want to come back home. You make sure that you can tie yourself back to your country. Let me tell you, if your mother run off, your father run off, your sister run off, your brother run off, and like say your auntie bring you, most likely you're not going to get it, because everybody else run off. Who said you not run off? Go up there too with them. Make sure that you show them that you don't care about the US. You're not in the business of the US. All you come up here come do is study. That's it. That's it. Make sure that you try to prove that the best you can. Thankfully for me, my father is right there. He has a job, he has a house, and I'm leaving him. And my mom is gone, but my mom travels back and forth. So it was he didn't even have to ask me, like, what am I going to do after I graduate? Because most likely I'm going to come back home because my dad's here. My mom travels back and forth. What business do I have in the US? Okay. Wow, that was a lot of talking. Yes, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys tune in to the rest of the videos that I have coming up, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Toodles!